The police in Maitama has continued to evolve strategies through community policing initiatives to ensure that the security of lives and property is near perfect. On their part, residents say they understand the importance of security and will, in view of this, continue to cooperate with the police to ensure they realize the objectives of securing the district. However, certain flashpoints exist with unwholesome activities in Maitama, which call for the attention of security. On this note, our attention today will be on the security situation of Maitama. Welcome to this week's episode of Call the Police, your regular security check program on the Unity Station, NTA Channel 5, Abuja. As usual, my name is Tessie Omiri. The program returns in just a moment.
This is Call the Police live on the Unity Station, NTA Channel 5, Abuja.
The least you and I can do is to assist them by making security our primary concern.
That is why we are here, to tell the citizens and residents of FCT that we are equal to the task and we are going to do just what they have said.
Lowest minimum time possible, especially when the callers were able to get across to us quickly.
Security is everyone's business. This is why NTA Channel 5 Abuja is collaborating with the FCT Police Command in providing a weekly platform for up-to-date security check in the FCT. Join us for the real information every Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. on NTA Channel 5 Abuja, the Unity Station.
Thank you so much for staying tuned. And if you're just joining us, this is Call the Police live on the Unity Station, NTA Channel 5, Abuja. Now, let's watch this background report on the security situation of Maitama as compiled by Asabi Tanim Williams.
Maitama is said to be a well-laid-out district for the affluent in the Federal Capital Territory. Since the district plays host to the rich and highly placed, one will have thought Maitama will record high criminal activities. However, this district records very minimal crime rate as it is policed by a well-organized team comprising a state-of-the-art station, a critical factor residents attribute to the calm and safety of the area.
The area is quite secured. No case of robbery, no case of stealing. Everything is fine. You can walk in freely at any point, at any time, in the morning, in the evening, leaving to work, coming to work. Everything is at peace around this area. Of course, even at the junction, just close by, we have police 24/7 giving us maximum security.
Security situation here is calm. I don't think there's problem for now.
The security around this place is okay. We see patrols all the time, and we can say they are trying around Maitama. Around Maitama here, we give them kudos for that.
The Police Community Relation Committee tasked members of the public to regard crime fighting and control as a collective responsibility, saying the police had busted crime syndicates, thereby drastically crippling their activities.
The surveillance group or units of Maitama Division is something else you cannot compare around, because I have had issues where you have a crime report for 2 a.m. and just a call. The next thing you hear is, where is your location? We've done that severally and they have never failed us. We also had a recent fire incidents where hoodlums almost invaded the house that got burnt in River Plate here by Maitama. Our former chairman called that he is in distress, and before you know, DPO was there, his men were there. It's just about last week, and in fact they helped in calling the fire service and all other security agents that came to guide the house from hoodlums who wanted to invade and make best of the situation. But like I keep on saying, Maitama Division is very, very unique because we still need help. This is the only division that has 7 porous centers or entrance to Maitama. Example, coming from Pape, you enter through Abiba Plaza, that's Maitama. You want to come from Secretariat, you go through Maitama roundabout, that's Maitama. Or you go through Ghana Street, that's same Maitama. Or Nikon Junction here, same Maitama. not to mention all other ministers' hills.
Raiding of black spots and hideouts, he added, will be on the front burner of police surveillance. Asabe Williams, NTA News.
Many thanks, Asabe Williams, for that background report. And my guest today is the Chief Superintendent of Police, Jibrin Sani. He is the Divisional Police Officer in charge of Maitama. You're welcome to Call the Police.
Madam, welcome.
Thank you. Okay.
My pleasure to meet you.
Same here, as usual. We want you just watched the background report, set the tone for our discussion this morning as filed in by Asabe Williams on the security situation of Maitama. Would you want to react to that?
Yes, of course. First of all, we have to appreciate the members of the public for recognizing our work and the way we try to make sure that Maitama remain calm and quiet. The security arrangement that we put in place, the public has been observing it, and they are appreciating. And we promise to keep on the way we are doing and make sure that it doesn't deteriorate, rather than we improve on our performance.
Okay. Though I know on the program this morning we are discussing security situation at Maitama, but I want us to digress a little to a very important issue. Important in the sense that it is one of the current security situation we have in the country. The train accident at Regina, talking about the kidnap terrorist attack, and we know that a lot of victims are still in captivity. Some lost their lives, and we're hoping, we're praying that for the safe return of those still in captivity. As a senior officer, sir, it will not be good enough for us not to say something about this all-important security situation in the country right now.
The situation is quite sad and embarrassing, not only to the police, to the entire nation. And I can authoritatively tell you that the authorities are on top of the situation. The security arrangement, more especially in the FCT where I serve, I know we have a very good security arrangement that the communal police are FCT. CP Babaji Sunday have provided with the DPOs that are along the routes from Karmo, Kubwa, Buari, Duz and Haji. Okay. They effectively cover the routes. Yeah. And within the train itself, I promise you that the police will make sure that they increase more security on the train to make sure that this incident should not occur again. Yeah. And another thing is inter-agency collaboration. Sure. As you know, the work is not only the police. We collaborate with the Army, the DSS, and all other security agencies that are involved. We make sure that we intensify this collaboration within the agencies. And we collaborate with the Kaduna State Police Command. We have all this anti-kidnapping, all these operation and tactical squads that have been cooperating. And we make sure that we intensify intelligence gathering along the routes. Okay. And share this intelligence information within the security agency to make sure that this ugly incident should not repeat itself.
Indeed, ugly and very sad occurrence. You can just imagine the trauma and the pain these people are going through. And we hope and pray for their safe return. So now back to our territory and back to your terrain, which is Maitama. There's this disturbing issue, especially at Nikon Junction. It's one of the major black spots that people always complain about criminal activities. What are you doing to control it, that Nikon Junction?
We are trying our best. As you know, I came from Utako. And I was able to manage those talks at Utako. Okay. Immediately I arrived at Maitama, I called for a meeting. Okay. All the union chairmen at Banex, being NATO, being NURTW, being Return, I invited all of them, and we are working to register their operatives to make sure those stores will not come there and overrun the area. Okay. Even though that place is shared by Mambushi Division and Maitama Division. So we are cooperating with the DPO Mabushi and DPO Maitama to make sure that those activities are reduced to the PRS minimum. Okay.
If you're just joining us, you're watching Call the Police live on the Unity Station, NTA Channel 5, Abuja. And remember, as it is cultural tradition on the program, it's interactive in the sense that you can call us. We would have our numbers displayed on your screen, so that you can call, make your observation, your comment, or probably commendation to the security forces for a job well done, so that you can be part of the program. So moving on, we're looking at this issue of alleged criminal activities by self-imposed motor park task force. You see them at strategic places as motor park task force. We don't know if they're registered or not, and so many times the way they handle people and the way they maltreat people, some extort and all that, especially at Barnex Junction and some other strategic areas. What are you doing about this self-imposed motor park task force?
As I told you, we are trying to bring them into the system and make sure that they have identity. And they should be identified with their chairman. So if there is any problem coming up from any talk, we identify him to the chairman and make sure that we take serious action against that union, being its sanction for that union not to operate in that location totally. I have informed all the chairman.
Okay. Yes. So we understand that Maitama is kind of designed for Hybro residents. And over time, businesses are springing up, and when you have businesses springing up, of course, you have different kinds of people coming around to make a living. Some with good intentions, some with ill intention, which you will not know. What are you doing to control these businesses around there? And as a result of the businesses bringing more people, and we know it's supposed to be like high-profile kind of area, but it's not. It's changing.
Yes, yeah. Actually, there are something that police can do, and there is something that government has to do.
Yeah.
By means of altering the original master plan of Abuja, if you observe like Ghana Street, like Aminu Kano by FEMA, like so many areas are turning out to business areas. That thing you cannot control it as police, but we make sure that we mount our surveillance all over those locations. That is what we can do as for police. Make sure we increase the police presence, the police visibility along those areas, day and night, to make sure that the criminals that are coming there to disturb the business activities are curtailed.
Okay. Let's look at this Unity Fountain, which are activities were banned for some time now, following a public ban of activities of like protests, public gatherings, and all that. Has it been lifted?
As far as I'm concerned, I'm not aware that there was any ban on the
peaceful
procession at the Unity Fountain.
Okay, peaceful.
What happened was during this Shiite protest, who decided to turn violent. So government decided to fence that Unity Fountain, and after that, they directed that anybody that have any peaceful demonstration, peaceful gathering that they needed to do at the Unity Fountain, they should go and seek consent from this FCD department in charge of parks and recreations. And they should inform the security agencies to make sure that they give them effective security cover.
Okay.
Even just of recently, you can see so many people going there, including women that were protesting for this gender bills against the National Assembly. They gathered there and we gave them enough security. They went there, they came back.
So probably,
different groups
probably the right word to use is peaceful protest.
Yes, yes. If you are coming, you have to be peaceful. Indicate that you are peaceful, and we see the intention clearly that you are a peaceful protester. Then you have a right to go there, gather, and have your peaceful demonstration.
Okay, let's look at one of the respondents in our background report talked about Maitama having like different entry routes and exits. Yes. So we're looking at some of the suburbs. We have Pape, we have Gishiri, and then we have areas in Mabushi. All these are exit and entry routes to Maitama, which we talked about as high-profile area. What are you doing to control?
That's why
because when you talk about suburbs, sometimes they're synonymous to criminal activities and all that.
So that's why immediately I took round. I went around and make sure that I locate all those black spots. If you go there either morning or in the night, you see that all these exit and entry points are manned by vehicular patrol. At that Barnex Junction, you see RRS 34 fully manned there even in night. At the night junction by pedestrian bridge, you see our patrol vehicle there. When you go to Minister Hill Junction, more especially at night, you see our patrol there. Then the Habiba Plaza the other way, we put a patrol vehicle. The Ghana Street, we put another patrol vehicle. Then by Farmers Market, you see another patrol vehicle. Then we have the surveillance team, men from detective from crime and detective from other sections of the divisions moving around within Maitama to make sure that those people that will find a way to find themselves within the environment to ensure they are checkmates.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let's look at Babambola. I know we talked about
Scavengers,
yes, scavengers. We have been talking about scavengers, Babambola, like more frequent on this platform.
Yes,
and I remember recently the CP read out more stringent measures.
Yes.
Okay, before we go on with scavengers, let's take our first. Hello, good morning. Oh, we lost that call. Okay. So we're still looking at activities of our scavengers. What do you think is the lasting solution?
The CP have a CPFCT command.
Yeah.
Like you said, CP Babaji Sunday have taken serious measures. They have directed all DPOs within the command, more especially within the metro, to start cracking down on these scavengers, more especially at night. And we have already commenced that. We have arrested so many of them, and we have charged so many of them to court. So this is what we are doing. Even last Monday, I charged some of them to court. Okay. Anyone we see, more especially at night, we arrest him quickly. Okay. Yes, and if found wanting, we charge him to court.
Is it that there are so many that when they are arrested, you still see them on the streets? Or?
There are so many because they have so many depots. In Jahi, in Mabushi, in the Jabi Park, all these in their centers. Yeah. So in the night, they normally move into the city with the intention of packing all this scavenging for irons and whatever to get back in the morning. But what they do, they deviate from the initial business they were doing. Now they can pick anything metal they see on, anything they see on the ground. Yes, including all these sewage covers, irons, burglaries, everything they see, include everything.
On this platform, we had residents complaining bitterly about their experiences with scavengers, where they pick some of their valuable items and nothing is done about it. So with these new measures, I know that it will help to curtail it.
By the grace of God. By the grace of God.
Let's look at collaboration, this community policy initiative. How is it like in Maitama? You get to share it.
Maitama, like what you say, is a highbrow area. But we are still managing to collaborate with the big men around us. And they are really assisting in terms of logistics. But like other divisions, they will collaborate with this vigilante and other groups that are assisting them. But in Maitama, we don't have such kind of vigilante or whatever. But the big men are really assisting in terms of logistics, how to work. Most of our vehicles are being really donated by these big men around the area. Yes.
Okay, so the DCRC there?
Yes, they are trying their best.
How's the collaboration like?
We are collaborating very well, sharing information, assisting the police, giving us ideas and advice. Yes.
Okay, I enjoyed when you emphasize on this one chance syndrome. We talked about on several occasions on this program and on a daily basis. People steal for victims. So each time on the program, I'd like to ask this one question for our security personnel to re-emphasize on some of the symptoms, or would I call it signs?
Some of the signs, yes.
Yes, signs to look out for.
When
because they say security is everyone's business.
Yes.
So what are those signs for residents to look out for? Sometimes it helps you to avoid falling victim.
Most of the time, I advise people to make sure that if you want to board a vehicle, make sure you board it at the designated car park. Designated car park. This one chance they don't go there. And secondly, don't join a vehicle that have more than 2 men or more than 3 men. You see a vehicle, you stop vehicle, you see 3, 4 men inside. You just jump into vehicle. Definitely, you are likely to fall into the hands of those one chance people because they move around. They move around as we are pursuing them. They are devising means to evade all this police arrest. Yes.
And then some of when you talk about 3 men or 2 men, we've seen instances where the victim will tell you there are even females in the car and maybe elderly person in the vehicle, and still happens.
Criminals, they don't have sex. they don't have sex. Female can commit crime, old man can commit crime, young man, everything. It is in the heart of somebody, in the mind. It's the mindset of somebody. So we can have anybody.
Okay.
Anybody.
So can you share with us maybe some of those challenges in the Maitama division and what you think can be done to surmount them? in terms of having effective security check in that area?
Most of the challenges we are having, these streets, no lights. No light. So we are advising residents, please, if you build your house, no matter what, even if it is 2 blocks, you put outside on the street. So if an individual residence put a light, the whole street will be lit up, even without these security lights. These scavengers, these thieves, these burglars, housebreakers, whatever, all of them, they don't like lighting. They prefer moving in darkness. And if you look at most of the streets are dark. So public can help us by enlightening the streets. Put these solar lights that is free. You don't even need to connect them with NEPA. I think it will help.
Issue disturbing when these scavengers, you talked about them picking valuables.
Yeah.
Some even vandalize people's vehicles.
Yes.
So probably this lighting issue comes out.
It will help. It will help. It will help. And that vandalizing of vehicles, recent trends of cases that we have, we discovered that about 80 to 90% of this breaking of vehicles were not done by these scavengers.
Really?
Yes, the thieves have developed means. They have their cars. They will come in a car, they will park near a car. One of them will just come out, break into the car, pick whatever you want to pick, and they'll drive off.
Okay.
Yes.
I remember on the program one time, the secretary of these scavengers actually made this point.
Yes.
That some people are not even part of them and they perpetrate all this crime and then everything, blame falls.
Actually, I can testify that we have 2 incidents like that. When we reviewed the CCTV cameras, we saw the cars, we saw the people. Openly, yes. Yes, we saw the car. There is one Toyota Corolla that we have been watching now to see, because it's often normally go to some places based on the CCTV footage that we have.
Okay.
Yes.
So, sir, before we wrap up the program this morning, we'd like you to give us your security tips and then, if possible, any advice for residents for them to be also watchful of their environment.
That's good. I always tell people that life doesn't have duplicates. So it is your duty to protect your life first before somebody. Make sure that you put all security measures around your house. And in any area you find yourself, make sure that you have police numbers. Police emergency numbers, we have control numbers that public is supposed to have. Try and have the divisional police officer's number of your area, so that at least if there is any emergency, if you put a call, like one of the people that said here, if you put a call to Surveillance Maitama, within 5 minutes you see them on ground. So you need to have those telephone numbers, please, for you to use them.
Okay, thank you so much. And to our viewers, I want to believe we're having some challenges with our network this morning. If you've been able to call us and probably get through, next week is another time for you to make that call. You can also be part of the program, because we're having issues with people calling in this morning.
That's good.
We thank you
Thank
for
you.
coming on the program.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts.
Thank you very
with
much.
us on the program.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
And to our viewer, that's the much we can take on this week's episode of Call the Police. But do remember, as usual, credible and timely intelligence information will go a long way in ensuring our national security. Until we come your way again, same time, same station next week, I remain yours, Tessie. You have a beautiful day.